Welcome back, everybody. I'm meteorologist Hayden Nix, along with Thomas Lipham, the program director at the Museum of Discovery. This is part 2 of the Dry Ice Summer Fun, and I think you're really going to enjoy this one too. If you enjoyed that first one like I did, I felt like a little kid, to be honest with you. You're going to like this one. Of course, safety first with these. We're putting our goggles on. And of course, you've got all the other necessary things to help handle dry ice, which, by the way, is very, very, very cold.
That's right. So in this experiment, we're going to contain our dry ice just a little bit, which is why safety is even more important, especially protecting your eyes.
Got it.
So you want to make sure and have some safety glasses on. In this experiment, we're going to be exploring a little bit of pressure.
Okay.
So this is an old coffee container, and it has a lid that just snaps on. Now, it's fairly easy to break this seal because we can apply a little bit of pressure there and it lifts off. Now, what we're going to do is just fill the bottom with a little bit of just regular room temperature water.
Are you talking about just a little bit, maybe a third way up on that?
It's like this much. You know, realistically, you can do any amount that you want.
Got it.
And in fact, you can experiment with those different amounts.
Okay.
Next up, we get the ingredient of the day.
Dry ice.
We get some dry ice. We're going to drop it in.
Okay.
And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and drop in 2 small pieces. Alternatively, you could put in 1 medium-sized piece.
Okay.
But as you can see, we have that dry ice sublimating.
Okay.
And it's turning into a gas, and that gas takes up a lot more space.
Okay.
Well, we're going to trap that sublimating gas with this lid, and I'll let you do the honors. Just firmly press it all the way down. You hear that snap?
Oh,
now
I can
lift your
already
hand.
feel it.
There you go. That's it. Right there. Now, we built up a little bit less than 4 pounds per square inch, and that was more than what the lid could handle.
Right.
So it popped off, and I got a good giggle out of it.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see it
wasn't
again.
scared at all. I was not. Don't think the flinch was anything, okay? It really does not take long at all. Just a few seconds.
There we go.
Ah, I was going to catch it.
And you heard that hissing noise. Now, that's
Right.
a little bit of the gas escaping somewhere on the lid. So if your lid does not pop off, that can be a little bit of a hazardous situation. What I recommend you do is get a towel, put a towel over the top of it, and then open it using that towel to help absorb some of that energy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, I have a rare artifact.
Yes.
This, Hayden, this is called a film canister. I'm not sure if you know what these were used for, but back in the day, we had to develop some film. And what this has is a spectacular lid.
Okay.
It likes to seal up nice and tight, and so we're going to exploit that here today. So we have a film canister with a lid. We're going to add water to it.
So
now,
just like this one, right? Just a
that's
little
right.
smaller.
And I really recommend trying different levels.
Okay.
So you can try it totally full, halfway full, a quarter full, and then you get a very small piece of dry ice. Now this one takes a little bit of technique, so I'll show you the first round, then I'll let you play with it, Hayden. So we're going to drop our dry ice in there. The technique is you want to press on the very center with 2 thumbs, click, flip, and watch. So it's building that pressure up, and eventually, there we go. It builds up enough pressure that it fails.
That was cool.
And that lid fails spectacularly. Now you notice I flipped it upside down and it turned this into a small rocket. So as the gas and the water went down, this shot up.
Got it. Now, a question here. Would you want the water to be a certain temperature to give you maybe more time? Because I think in the very first segment that we talked about, the hotter the water, the quicker the bubbles are going away. So is this something where you want maybe room temperature water to give you a little time for the gas to release? How does that work?
Yes, for the film canister, I definitely recommend room temperature water.
Okay.
For your coffee cans, and you can use the full-side coffee can, we recommend hotter water because it's a little bit more volume and the lid often leaks a little bit. So you kind of want to build up a certain threshold of pressure rather quickly. So compared to in here. So hotter water for the larger the container, and then room temperature for the smaller.
Got it. Can I try it now?
You bet.
Okay. I'm going to let you fill it up, though. I'll just pop the lid back on there. That was really fun. Hopefully you had a little bit of excitement out of this too. And definitely whenever you try this at home, this is going to be good too. So,
a couple things to note when you do this. If you look at your lid, and if you ever see a little teeny tiny white crack, this is often going to be really old plastic.
Okay.
That means it's going to start leaking air. If ever you flip it over and you see some bubbles coming out of the bottom, that means you may have a leak.
Okay.
Same technique as before, put the towel over it, and then you can just open it up, and you'll hear a little pop, but nothing like what we saw when it's building up full pressure.
Here we go. All right. Just like that.
Flip it over.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh. Honestly, don't think I can get used to the pop. It's really fun, but man, that makes me jump every time.
It takes about 6 or 7 years, somewhere around there.
So I have 5 minutes in, so we've got a few years and some change to go on that. Wow, that was so much fun, and just really 2 easy things. This one may be a little bit harder to find, but maybe grandparents' home could have some of these for you. Definitely the coffee grounds, and just keeping that, and that'll be fun to try.
You do have to be aware of what type of container you use.
Okay.
One thing you do not want to do at home is use a threaded lid. So like a soda bottle, a Gatorade bottle, or a water bottle. The issue with that is that threaded lid is going to be very, very strong. Much stronger than just a basic lid like this. This is going to build up, like I said, less than 4 pounds per square inch.
Okay.
Whereas a soda bottle, those can withstand, when threaded tightly, upwards to 200 to 300 pounds per square inch. And then when that fails, when that container fails, it's not usually the lid that fails, but it's usually the side of the container that ruptures, and it's going to do so very violently. So you do have to be very careful whenever you're working with dry ice and what types of containers to use.
All right, so that is part 2. That was so much fun, Thomas. I really enjoyed this bit here with dry ice. It's always fun to come over here to the Museum of Discovery. Don't forget, we've got more episodes on our website, kark.com/science, so make sure to go and check them out. Until next time, we'll see you.